So here we have the Air Max TL 2.5 Phantom Total Orange, and this released quite recently, but also they have been sitting. And originally they released in, as far as I know, 2006, because on the tongue it's got 2006 as a reference, so that's my assumption. On the sneakers app, I think the description is wrong because it says a 90s classic, but this is obviously not a 90s classic. It's a take on the Air Max 97. And this is a running shoe that's inspired by, like I said, the Air Max 97, and it's got sort of very sort of retro styling. I wouldn't really call it a running sneaker now because of the retro tech that's in there. However, it still looks cool. So with the details, it comes in a Phantom and Total Orange colorway, so you can sort of see that here. The Phantom is the, the kind of black going towards almost sort of blue color, and then you got the orange color on top, which is quite cool. And what makes these similar to the Air Max 97 is they're using a full Air Max length unit. And usually what I found is, especially the pair that I've been wearing recently, the Air Max 97 are very sort of more uncomfortable. And from what I can tell, and judging by what other people have sort of said as well, this seems to be one of those sort of sneakers that is got a sort of soft touch to the midsole and air unit. So I feel like this is more of a Phylon midsole versus an EVA, because it does feel not like squishy, but that's that sort of soft touch to it. And it also has a rubber outsole as well, so you can sort of see that here. And the pattern is different to what you'd normally get, I suppose, on a typical Air Max. And it's not got the waffle style, it's more of a block style. And it's made up of all synthetic and leather upper materials, so nothing special going on here. Again, because it's inspired by those 90s runners, the material's not going to be the greatest. And the price on these are £165. So with the comfort and sizing, much like an Air Max 97, this is more on the medium, almost going towards the firm side. However, what I will say is I feel they're more comfortable than the Air Max 97. I didn't realise how uncomfortable Air Max 97s are after wearing them for such a long period of time in between. And the most recent pair that I got, which was, I think they came out in 2022, aren't very comfortable for me personally. So with these ones, they feel more comfortable. I wouldn't say that they're the top of the range comfort, but they still feel better than the Air Max 97. And these have a pretty much sort of neutral arch support. There is some arch sort of lining there. You can sort of see it's a bit sort of contoured, but nothing too sort of, I suppose, where it's going to give you that support that you need for sort of running. So just bear that in mind. So these are like I said, more of a casual sneaker. And there's no wearing time with these. Like the upper is pretty much good to go. It's got that mesh material on there, so it's quite sort of flexible. And then also, the more you wear these, what I find is the midsole and outsole tends to sort of wear in and feel sort of nicer and a bit more softer on foot. And I think true to size works on these. This is a pair that I went true to size on, and usually with Air Maxes they tend to be very tight for me, and on the width and also on the front. But with this particular pair, not having that problem, I've got enough room and enough space on the sides, and I have a wide foot as well. And it has really good traction. So as I mentioned earlier, because it's got this sort of block type traction on here, it works very, very well. And for me, it's probably one of the better ones, and I think it's an improvement over the waffle pattern that Nike tend to use for their Air Maxes. So with the look and style, I like the sort of overall neutral colourway with the hit of orange, and this, especially on the swoosh, that orange really pops. And the fact that it's got kind of that retro styling, I think when they initially came out, I wasn't much of a fan of them, to be honest, but I think time sometimes makes certain trainers feel more appealing once you sort of see them again. And it's nice to see this model come out again, and I think it's quite nice, especially considering it's almost a homage to the Air Max 97. And I think these are good sort of spring, autumn time sneaker. You can wear them during the summer, but because of the hefty midsole, outsole, I feel like it's one of those sort of sneakers that works well, like I said, in that kind of weather with spring, autumn time. But again, no reason why you couldn't wear them in the summer. And it's a good casual sneaker, so you can sort of see it's got a lot of sort of sporty vibes with those sort of wavy lines, similar to an Air Max 97, with a lot of sort of silvery hits on there. But it's not obviously a smart casual shoe. It's definitely a casual streetwear type wear. And it comes with the white laces, but there's no reason why you can put in sort of grey or even like an orange lace in there, just to kind of make it match with the upper. So you've got like plenty of options. So with the final thoughts, I do like the neutral colourways and the pop-up orange. I think it looks really cool, and this particular pair looks nice. And I think also the retro styling, like I mentioned earlier, being sort of based around the Air Max 97, I think they do look cool. And also like the fact that it's got a full Air Max unit. I will never get bored of looking at this, in all honesty. I just think it's just got that cool factor to it, and almost, you know, like you can see what you're buying as well. And I think that sort of helps, you know, sort of visualise the trainer, and having them on feet, they do look cool. With the cons, I think the comfort, it's not like I'm going to complain about it, but obviously don't expect going into this expecting modern day comfort, or, you know, like the Y2K runners, you know, compared to sort of say the Kayane 14 or, you know, the New Balance 2002R or the 1906R. But they're still comfortable, you know, it's not like they're horrible. I like wearing Air Maxes, so for me, I find them comfortable. And the cost, I think that's majority of the issue with this. £165, I think they're asking a lot of money for this particular pair, and I do think, being an old tech type trainer, it should be priced a lot lower. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look and style a 4 out of 5. I'm kind of waiting for, I suppose, a better colourway on this, but, you know, I don't mind the colourway, but it's not something that I would tend to wear or gravitate towards. So I'd like to see what other colourways they tend to release, but obviously I'm not interested in the black pair. And the comfort, I'm going to give it a 4. Like I said, it's not horrible, it's nice, and, you know, it's comfortable. It's not like a amazing quality, but it's fine for everyday use. So for me, you know, I'm not going to give it a 3, because that's more sort of dunk territory, and these are more comfortable than dunk. And the quality, I'm going to give that a 4. It's not using anything special, but, you know, I suppose the craftsmanship in terms of how they're built, it seems fine to me as well. And the pricing, I'm going to give that a 4. I just think they're priced too high. You know, when you kind of compare it to other runners that are out there, I feel like Nike should sort of lower the pricing on these Air Maxes in general, because these particular ones are sitting, so that should sort of say to them that, you know, they're not selling, so therefore, you know, reduce the price, especially because it's using old tech as well. But overall, you know, it's still a solid sneaker. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. You know, I think depending on the colourway, you know, I probably would have given it a 5 out of 5. I'm kind of waiting for there was a pair that kind of leaked being like a blue pair, so maybe if that comes around, I'll be sort of interested in it.